Welcome back to the shop, guys. Nathan Wilson, Driving Dreams here in Central Florida. Let's talk brakes. So check out those disc brakes. Yeah, you can't see shit because of the way these wheels are, but it's disc brakes all the way around. Over the years, I've used some different brands. I've used CPP. What was it? Brakes, Best Brakes, whatever. We've done the Wheelwood. We're doing Bear on one now. The Bear brake kits are awesome, but super expensive, even more so than the Wheelwood. So this is a 64, which originally was drum brakes. So I ended up doing just a normal 65 upgrade. So as you probably know, you can use the brakes from 65, 66, and 67. You can swap them out. You swap the hubs and the shields and everything, and you can use those on a 64 and earlier. The master cylinder, as you can see, this is a Hydroboost. This was made by CPP. I've read where a lot of guys have been having issues with the CPP kits, especially the actual brake kits. People have been having some problems, so I don't want to endorse it or anything, but that I did use their Hydroboost setup just because it was clean and I liked the look of it and everything. Originally it's all chrome, but we ended up powder coating that ring around there just because this car is all blacked out. But I've been pretty happy with this is the second one that I've used, or the second car that I've used this setup on. I've been pretty happy with it. It runs off of the power steering pump here. That's what runs the Hydroboost. So I don't know if you can see that you got to have some extra lines going there. And so if you're at all familiar with how this stuff works, some people would say that's a downside, that especially if you're trying to do this on a stock car, you might have some issues with the amount of pressure from your power steering, especially if you still have your original wipers, because the wipers ran off of the power steering also, and the power steering was originally shaft mounted, and it really was a horrible design to begin with. But if you're doing something custom, you can use, I've seen where people have been using them out of like a 2002 Chevys and stuff that had the Hydroboost, and they just put that on there. It's just not as pretty as something like this. But overall, been pretty happy with that. And then you can use, on the last car I did, we used Jeep brakes from an old Jeep Cherokee. I think